it's Christine. It's time for a scrapbook process video. My cat is for sure about to jump up here, so yep, there she is. Yeah, hang on. So anyways, y'all can't tell, but my husband changed the light bulb in my scrap room here, and I can see. Y'all may not can tell because I try to use a light for the filming, but my goodness, I can actually see, so that's awesome. So the picture I have today is my daughter. This was actually prom 2016. So how many years ago is that now? 7 years ago. This was her prom dress. It's so beautiful. And what I have is, I have no sketch or anything like that because what I have is the 49 and Market Vintage Artistry Tranquility Collection. And I did get like all the ephemera bits. And I think I've actually already even punched out. That might be a lie. Let me see real quick here. Because it comes with like a punch out. Yeah, I may have already done that. I think I did. And stuck them on the same package. So it also has like a, I think it had punch outs or something. I don't remember, y'all. I'm sorry. I have all this stuff plus some, and I know that. Now, there's these on the back side here I have not cut out. And I don't know if I will today. The reason I don't have any kind of sketch or anything is because I went onto the 49 and Market blog. And honestly, it's just all about the layers. You know, it's just all about the layers. And I think the page I'm going to use today is this one here. This is the I kind of thumbed through it. There is a back side of these, right? So these ones are like the printed side. And then there's like these back side kind of more, you know, like a neutral pattern type deal. I don't know that I'm going to use any of those. I don't know yet. I have to think about it because, you know, those are also beautiful. You do get like lots of layering pieces in here. So I don't know if I'm going to have to use any. I thought I had rub-ons, y'all. I'm going to have to look because I may have some more rub-ons I can pull out. But I think what I'm going to do is use this paper. It's nice thick paper too, so you don't really necessarily have to back it. And I love this colors with it. I'm thinking I'm going to bring it up here and then just kind of layer around here. This was prom. I don't know if I have a title because together's not really right. Today, maybe, but ooh, sweet's kind of pretty. That might work. Yeah, I'll have to get in this and see what I got going on. But I think I'm going to get some, I think I got some rub-ons. I just don't know if it's from this collection. I'll have to check it out. I want to kind of build this out a little bit because it's a cluster kind of here and then layer around here. And that's basically the layout. I'm not going to have to look at a sketch or anything because, again, when you look at their blog, it's just all about the layers. So that's what I'm going to focus on today. So give me just a second. I'm going to trim this branding strip off. I'm going to trim her down, pull this stuff out because I need to see what I got. And I'll be back on in a minute. Y'all, this is the third time I've tried to do this voiceover because when you're in the middle of a voiceover and your phone gets a phone call or a notification that you accidentally tap, you lose your recording. And my cat is all up in my business. Y'all can see right now, I've got the layout a little bit to the right, so my sincere apologies, y'all. But we were gone for a week. We were visiting my daughter. She's down out of the Houston area, and we live in the Dallas area. And we'd gone down there to spend a week. And so my cat is very, very needy. So anyway, she's all up in my business. So I've got the photo. I didn't put like a regular photo mat. I'm using little air quotes around it because what I did was these cards, these ephemera cards that 49 Market puts in their pack, which I love these things. I kind of wonked them a little bit and created these multiple layers. And I've created the photo mat with that. And then I know I'm going to use that round viewfinder deal down there in the lower right corner. So that's how I decided where I wanted my rub-ons to go. Now, these rub-ons I mentioned to you, these are not actually from this collection. I thought I had some for this collection, but I didn't. I was actually buying these collections while I was at Expo. And I got all mixed up on what I bought, y'all. So I do have this collection with its ephemera, but I don't actually have anything else with this collection, I don't think. I say that. I do have a Scrap Room Flavor of the Month with this collection, and I do have some little pieces that I can pull out, but I hadn't pulled those out yet. I'll have to kind of mess with those later. So I got these rub-ons out of the Sherbert collection. Now, most of the colors in the Sherbert are a little bit too, like the green is a little more limey, if you want to call it that, versus this kind of softer sage green. So anything with the green wasn't really going to work, but these blues... if you didn't, the Sherbert collection is kind of leaning toward the turquoisey or like tealish. And this was some of the more softer blues, I guess, if you want to call it that went with this blue flower on this layout. So I was able to pull out like 3 of these little butterflies. And guys, this rub-on's gone just so wonderful. I love these things. So I got those rub-ons down and I'm going to end up, I don't know if I leave it on camera, but that viewfinder there, I'm actually going to take a little pencil and I'll mark so I can cut the corner out because I do want to keep it. I'll probably use it at some point. So that's generally where my photo's going, or not generally, that is where my photo's going. And then I got that little viewfinder piece. Now I'm wanting to build a cluster down here in the lower right. And I started off with like a little diagonal stripe, but I decided that was just too strong of a pattern for down there. And I felt like it was going to draw your eye down too far away from the photo. I didn't really care for that. So I'm going to build it out with this softer frame that has like a pastelish pink with a little print on it. And then I have this little date card. Again, this is all out of the ephemera, by the way, y'all. And I'm going to end up adding something else in just a minute, but not quite yet. I got a butterfly, I got my little ticket, and I do put a little circular element that has another little butterfly. And then I decided I also like this little phrase, I think it says treasured moment or something. Sorry, Saturn is actually laying on my layout right now, so I can't see it. And I'm going to pick out, like I said, I got these little butterflies. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do my clustering and stuff. And I've got the title over there. I called it Today. I have Today, and then I have, it says, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to look at it. It says, this is the day. And I'm going to actually add another phrase before I'm done with it. It says, look at you. So I kind of like this whole, like, again, this was prom, and she was just so pretty. And, you know, it's today, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Just kind of the mood and feel I guess I'm going for here. I'm going to put on either side of the photo, I will add a couple of, like, tickets. One's on the left side is the pink. That's like deposit ticket in box or something. And I do the pink on the left side because I've got that photo mat, or that ephemera, like, mat that's kind of on the right side of the photo. So I put that pink on the left with a little stripe of the blue label type deal. And on the right-hand side, I'm going to have the blue ticket that's like basically the same ticket, but in the blue color. On the right, I'm going to add the pink stripe label thing. I tried this little ticket here. I tried a couple of different places, actually, but it ends up not staying. I don't actually end up using that one anywhere. I'm going to move him around a little bit, though. Look at me. I'm going to try to put it up there, too. I'll end up with a pink ticket up there, though. I do like the little pink ticket up there. I'm trying to think if I can, I'm sorry, I'm looking at this thing. I'll end up putting some foam and stuff up under the butterfly wings. The butterflies do have a real white, you know, edge on them. If you don't like so much white, you can trim it. I didn't go that far because I was trying to get this layout done without too much complication. But if I'm honest with you, my cat added more complication than anything. She just wouldn't stay off of it. So I'm hopeful, I think you can see the lower right. If you can't, I am so sorry. I can see it in my film here, but I'm never 100% sure how this like translates to YouTube. So hopefully you can see it. All right, there's where I got my other little phrase that I'm putting up underneath that title there. So my title's basically, I guess, Today. And then, yeah. So here's where I decide on that lower right. I decide, you know what, I want something else. And I pick up this pink frame. And I like how that's going to kind of create a little softer edge on the element there. And I pick up the green one thinking, well, maybe I'll add that to the upper left. And I set that down in there, and I realized if I use that, I'm going to cover half my butterfly, my rub-on butterfly that I really kind of love. So I decided against that. I think I messed with that for just a second. I'm looking to see on the sizing, and I go, no, you're not going to work. So I set it back, and then I get this, like I said, I'm going to pull this little pink ticket. And I do like this little pink ticket. That looks pretty cute. What do I do next, y'all? It's been so many minutes that now I can't remember. Oh, I tried auditioning that too. No, I don't end up using that ticket, y'all. I don't know why. I keep trying. I pull it and set it aside. No. There's a ton of these little pieces of ephemera to use. Lots of little wordy bits. You know, I didn't pull the hearts out. There's like some, looks almost like fabric hearts printed. I didn't want to use those. I was sticking with the butterfly icons on this one. And let's see, I think I pull out one more phrase down there in the lower right that says treasured moment. I kind of wanted to bring that blue down there. So I add that. And that's a whole little just... you're kind of seeing the general thing. Oh, that up there. I do like this. Is I think Hello Lovely, that little banner up there. I think that looks pretty. And it kind of softens that corner a bit too. And I think that's all I'm going to put in the way of all these little pieces. So it's going to take me a few minutes to glue all that stuff down. So I did cut away to do all that part. And it's pretty much where you saw it. If I didn't get it exactly, it's because I just, I couldn't remember exactly. But I decided to go get out of my stash. I have some Kaiser Craft little pearls. And I was hoping for a soft pink, but I didn't have any. So I pulled out these little, it's like a soft greenish, bluish color. It's kind of, I don't even know what color it is actually. No, I think it's in the green family, but it's got a bluish tint. So I don't know, maybe it's blue. Anyway, I just kind of put those. I try to use that whole sheet up, y'all. I still have thousands of those little things. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to put them everywhere. Here, there, and everywhere. So I just kind of put them all, my little clusters. I guess I ended up with 4, but they're all kind of diagonal to each other and that sort of thing. So I think it's okay. I mean, I know typically you go for odd numbers, but I didn't in this case because I have 4 clusters, but they're kind of opposite each other, kind of diagonally. So I think it's all right. And I'm not going to add any mixed media. It already has like on the paper printed almost like a white paint splatter and that sort of thing. So I'm not going to add any mixed media. I'm probably going to write the date on the back. I was hoping to be able to use that little date card just a little bit. Actually, I might can. There's actually a 16 on there. I may actually go ahead and circle that 16 to use as the date there, because it's pretty much the only place I can do it unless I write it on the back. I'm really pleased how this turned out, though. I got all these pretty layers, as I mentioned. There's no sketch or anything because it's just basically a one photo layout with just a bunch of layers. If you go to the 49er Market blog, you can kind of skim through and you can kind of see how people create the various layers, and they just use all the pieces. It's just such beautiful papers and such beautiful prints. They can be intimidating, though, if you're not certain how to use these printed. They have these like flowers and things like that printed on them. But I do love how you can add those the rub-ons to create additional layers. And that's all I'm going to do to the layout, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Here's the slowdown. Make sure you like and subscribe and all the good YouTube-y things. I do try to post these layouts on Instagram most days. So take a look at me over there at Scrapping Harden. And we will see you. This is a Tuesday layout, so I should see you on Thursday. Thanks so much. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.